I'm so excited. Okay. Hello and welcome. My name is Jocelyn and today we are doing another palette roulette video, and if you are unfamiliar with what palette roulette is, basically you choose a palette from your collection and then you let Google choose which shadows from that palette you have to use to create an eye look. And today we are doing a roulette on the Masquerade mini palette by Juvias Place. I have only used one shade out of this palette. It is very new to my collection and I am so excited to be doing this video today to kind of dip my feet in, or maybe rather throw myself in, cannonball into the waters that is the Masquerade palette by Juvias Place. That was a lot of words. Did that make any sense? I don't know. So we are going to be random number generating, I think 4, maybe 5 shades out of this palette to use to create an eye look. I did recently learn how to do a cut crease halo eye. I've only done it once, so if I decide to try and attempt that today, it might turn into a disaster, but we'll see. One thing I did want to ask is there's a lot of people who have made videos like this before, and a lot of people call them palette bingo rather than palette roulette. So I want to know from you, which of those titles do you prefer? They're basically the same exact concept. The name is just different. So palette roulette or palette bingo, let me know down in the comments below. But today we're naming it palette bingo. Nope. Today we're naming it palette roulette because that's what I've been doing thus far. Let me just kind of give you the lowdown, sort of. The only color that I have used out of this entire palette is this color right here, the shade Zobo, I think is what it is, this purple shade. I used it to add some color to my outer crease one day and I liked it. The way I'm going to be numbering this shade up here is going to be shade number 1, and then I'm going to go across 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so that's the numbers system that I'm going to be going by. I do have the random number generator pulled up on my phone, 1 through 16, because there are 16 shades in the palette. Okay, I just got really nervous. It's fine, it's fine. I'm not going anywhere because it's the evening time and I can just wipe this off when I'm finished if it turns into a disaster. What's shade number 1 gonna be? Shade number 11. All right. Ooh, okay. Starting with a very beautiful shade. It is this shade right here. So that is the shade Caro. This is a burnt orange with like a yellow or gold glitter in it. There it is right there. So that is shade number 1, shade number 11 in the palette. Let's generate shade number 2. Now we have 15. So 11, 12, 13, 14. What the heck? Okay, so far this is not a colorful look. Shade number 15. Whoop, let's go this way. 13, 14, 15. Casablanca. It's basically just a bronzy gold shade. There you have it. Wow, this color story so far is very fitting together. So, all right, shades 1 and 2. Let's generate a number 3 shadow. Now we have number 9. Like getting all of the plain shades in this palette. What the heck? Okay, so we have 4, 8, and 9. This beautiful champagne color. That is the shade Giza, I think is how you say that. Ooh, it's really soft. There you have it so far, folks. 3 shades. Are you kidding? Oh, I don't have a matte shade yet. Mother trucker. Okay, so let's generate shade number 4. Oh god, I'm so nervous. Oh, wait. I thought for a second I'd already gotten this one, but I almost feel like I need to start over because this is the most boring eye look ever. Nope, we're gonna stick with it. Okay, shade number 10. We did get a matte shade. It is the shade Burkina. It's this matte cool tone brown. This whole entire palette, and these are the shades I've chosen. I mean, we gotta choose one more. We gotta choose one more. Literally, all of the shades I've chosen are in the second half of the palette. What the heck? I just need one from the top half of this palette. Just one. Our last shade. Shade number 7. Oh, and it's like a dark shade. All right. 4, 5, 6, 7. It is the shade Calabar. Let's give her a swatch. It is a shimmering, like jewel-toned purple. Here, we'll put it at the bottom. Ooh, oh my gosh. That's actually really, like a really pretty color story. It's very fall-esque. I can't believe that this is what I'm working with. I was definitely expecting one of those blues or the green or even the pink. Nope, they decided not today. This is what we're working with. So we got Burkina, Giza, Casablanca, Cairo maybe, and Calabar. Those are the shades we're working with. I'm gonna collect myself and decide what I'm gonna do because I don't know. Okay, so I think I know what I'm gonna do, so let me pin my hair back and I'll zoom you in. So I've already obviously put my eyebrows on. I do have eye primer on. Then I've set my eye primer. Let's just go ahead and get started. I am gonna put the matte shade in my crease, and then I think I'm also gonna end up blending Caro into my crease too. I think I'm gonna wanna attempt a halo cut crease eye. So this is gonna be that center color, and then I'm gonna blend this into the outer corner and the inner corner. We're gonna see how well that works. I'm gonna start with that Burkina shade in my crease. It is a dark shade to start with, so this will be interesting. Oh good, that's actually blending really well and isn't too overpowering or too dark. I was a little concerned, but it's actually blending into my crease really well. Next, I'm going to go in with a smaller blending brush and pick that same shade up Burkina and just make sure that's concentrated a little bit more. And then we're gonna go in with Caro, that bright orange shade, this one right here, and we're just gonna we're gonna pop that on top, kind of into my crease where I just blended Burkina. They're definitely not the same tones, but we're gonna do our best and see what happens. Well, alrighty then. Let's go ahead and blend her. Ooh, that shade Caro has a little bit of fallout. Not fallout, kickback. When I pressed my brush into the pan, it kicked back quite a bit of shadow. So be careful. Oh, and I think I just picked up way too much color because this eye is not blending quite as well. Okay, but like, why does it look so less blended in the viewfinder? It looks blended in person, what the heck? Okay, I think that's enough of Caro. Next, we're going to lay down the shade Calabar. It's the purple shade in the outer half and the inner portion of my eyes. I'm going to use this new brush that I got from Sigma. It's their domed utility E34 brush. I haven't used it before, but I'm hoping it kind of just gets right in where I need it to pack this shadow down. Ooh, and it looks like it might. This is definitely showing up a little pinker on my eye than I was expecting it to. Not that that's a bad thing at all. I wish I was blessed with more eye space, but alas, here we are. Okay, so I'm not being too worried about how close these colors are getting together because I am going to put concealer down. And blend up here. Okay, so this next part I am very worried about. It is the cut crease part, and oh man, I don't know. Yeah, this brush will work. Okay, so again, I've only done this once before and I was following somebody's tutorial, so I'm gonna try and attempt to do a halo cut crease all on my own. And I'm gonna take the Tarte Shape Tape concealer and I'm gonna try and use this Sigma E20 short shader brush because I think it'll be, I don't know, we'll see. I think it's gonna work. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take a little bit on my Sigma brush, and then I have hooded eyes, if you haven't noticed, which makes makeup application extremely challenging. But if I put concealer right here, okay, and then I look up, that is where my new crease should be, wherever that ended. Well, it could be worse. and it could be better. So we're gonna leave that as is for now, and then we're gonna try and do the same thing on the other eye. That's gonna have to be good enough. I think the next part of the halo eye is putting that color down, and we are gonna go ahead and go in with the shade Casablanca. I'm gonna be going in with my Beauty Big Bang shader brush first. I might have to go in with a different one, but we're gonna just pick that up and try and, ooh, well, there's your gold shade. Dang. Putting the concealer down first just helps that middle shade pop quite a bit more. Next, we're gonna go back in with my little brush and the Calabar, that purple shade, and we're gonna blend those two shades together. That gold shade and the purple shade. We're just gonna take the purple shade onto the edge of that gold to just blend them. We're also going to take it to the top just to make sure we didn't lose any of that purple up on the top. I mean, have there been worse looks? Yes. Is this my favorite? I don't think so. But I mean, it doesn't look too terrible. But I also don't have the rest of my makeup on, so maybe that will make me feel a little bit better. Kind of lost that orange shade a little bit. Oh, you know what? I am going to take this shader brush, spray it with Fix Plus, and then dot that Casablanca into the middle and see if that does anything. Might have done a little bit. It might have done a little bit. Definitely a weird color combo. Okay, so do I put eyeliner on or do I not? I feel like I want a little bit of eyeliner. I'm gonna take my Beauty Big Bang eyeliner. I don't think I want to do a wing, so can I stop myself from doing a wing? I don't know, let's find out. Okay, so we put some eyeliner on. I am going to put some foundation and powders on and then do the rest of the eyeshadow, and we have one more shade left to use. This shade right here, the shade Giza, and as you can probably tell, I'm gonna use this as a highlight, inner corner, brow bone, and yes, so we're gonna do some highlighting with that shade. I'm going to be using my Urban Decay All Nighter foundation. All right, I just zoomed you out a little bit. Again, I'm gonna go in with my Urban Decay All Nighter waterproof foundation. And recently, like this last week, I got my first Octoly packages in the mail, which I thought was so cool. If you're not familiar, Octoly is a company that works with influencers, connects them with brands so they can get products sent for review. And I actually chose a brush by the brand Shayna B Miami. It's a foundation brush. It's forced stippling basically, and it was so cool because this is the item I requested, but they also threw in a beauty blender, their very own beauty blender. I mean, this was free already, but this was an added bonus that I wasn't expecting, so that was really cool. So I thought I would test out both of these today and do one half of my face with this brush, one half with the sponge, and just see how they work. I think I'm gonna start with the brush. So I read on the website that the idea is that you take some of the product, you stipple it on, and then you just kind of, this looks way too white for me. Oh my god, it oxidizes, that's right, okay. And then you blend it in, and it's supposed to make for streak-free application. This actually blended pretty nicely. It is a little bit difficult to get around the nose area because there's just lots of little stipples. I I will say that you don't get as much control with a brush like this, just because you do have to do some heavy and big stippling and swirling motions, but it does seem to blend and distribute the product really well, so I will give it that. That half of the face done. Here, let me zoom you in a little bit. Oh, foundation lips, my favorite. Next, we're gonna go in with the sponge. It does get pretty large, and it's specifically made for baking. That's why it has this shape, so you can get underneath the eyes and set your concealer. But let's use the bottom half to distribute some product. With no concealer, I look ghastly. I do like using this this sponge a little bit more than the brush, just because I feel like I have better control and can get into all of the nooks and crannies of my face. It blended on the foundation really well. Okay, so I'm gonna do concealer really fast. I think I'm gonna try, I know this is like covered in foundation, but I might also try and use this bronzer with it. I feel like this could be a nice bronzer blush. I know that this isn't like a review video, and I apologize if this is annoying some people, but I'm very excited about getting these products, so I thought I would share a little mini review with you. Wow, look at the difference that concealer does for my under eyes. Oh my goodness. Okay, well now I just look crazy. So I just finished putting concealer under both of my eyes, and I powdered the rest of my face. I will say that this works really well for getting underneath your eyes. I'm a big fan of this sponge right here. I will definitely, absolutely continue to use this. I feel like it blended out my foundation really well, and big thumbs up for that. So I did want to test this brush with a bronzer, so I am using the bronzer that is in my summer project pan. This is the MAC matte bronzer. I'm just gonna swivel my brush in here and bronze up my cheeks a little bit and see what happens. I feel as though I like this brush way more for bronzer than I do for foundation. I like stipple brushes for bronzing and blushing for blushes. I like this for bronzing, not so much for foundation, but I like it for bronzing and will definitely continue to use. I'm going to apply my blush and a few other things and come back to you for the under eye eyeshadow part of this video. Okay, so on to the under eyes. Let's zoom you in a little bit again. So I think what I'm first gonna do is go in with Burkina. It is this shade, that matte shade we have right there, and I'm gonna put it on the outer and inner portion of my eye, under eye. And then I'm gonna take Caro, that orange shade, and I'm gonna put that right over top. Bring back that orange a little bit. I'm gonna do a little bit of blending. Okay, and then I want to take the shade that we have in the middle, the shade Casablanca, and I want to put that right in the middle of my under eye also, to kind of mimic what we have on top. And then I'm gonna take the last shade that we haven't used yet, the shade Geysa. It's this champagne color right there, and I'm gonna put that in my inner corner and on my brow bone. So all I have, ooh, actually, you know what? I am going to take the ColourPop Cream Gel Liner in the shade Overboard, and I'm gonna put that in my bottom waterline. We're gonna see how well it shows up and how it looks. I haven't used that shade in a very long time, so I'm glad I'm getting some use out of it. All right, so I'm going to go off camera, put some lipstick on, put some eyelashes on. No, I'm not gonna put eyelashes on. Put some mascara on, and then come back to you in a moment. All right, and we're back, and this is the final Palette Roulette look. I actually am really in love with this look. I didn't think I was going to be. Like halfway through, I was feeling very like, I don't know, I don't think I really like this, but it's very fall, not so much the middle of summer. I mean, it's like 98 degrees outside right now where I live, and it's gonna be 100 for the rest of the week, but I think this is so pretty. I don't know, What do you think? What would you have done differently if you had been stuck with the colors that I ended up choosing, or that rather Google chose for me to use in today's tutorial? I really like it. Also, in case you're wondering, I am wearing the ColourPop Luxe lipstick in the shade 27 on my lips today. It is this beautiful dark color that is very fall appropriate. If you liked this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, and if you want to see more videos like this, don't forget to subscribe and turn on those post notification bells. All buttons are down below, and I think that's everything I have for you today. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one.